Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. I thought that I would share with you today my favorite decks of 2024. I add a lot of decks to my collection. If you didn't see my upload of a tour of my studio, my reading room the other day of over 400 decks, I will put a link above so that you can see that. But I always have a handful of decks every year that I add to my collection that I go, oh, these are great. And I just keep pulling them and I want to use them and I'm just so drawn to them. So I thought I'd share with you today. I have 8 decks, I believe. I have 8 decks. And I also want to share with you, for those of you that want to learn how to read tarot, I have a kind of a beginner idea for you with a tarot journal and tarot stickers. So I have those to show you and how those can work and how you could start your tarot journey also. So let's get started. Let's see what Spirit has for you. I'm excited to share with you my favorite decks. I hope you enjoy it. I will put information about all the decks in the description below with a timestamp. If you're interested in purchasing those decks, you can contact the companies directly or their Amazon, wherever I had purchased them from. If I know, I will add it to. Sometimes I don't remember. It's usually like I'm looking to see, but I think I've got websites and or Amazon for all of the decks. So I will put that information in the description below. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Let's see the decks that Spirit has guided my way on my journey this year, and I want to share. So we are going to be going into these stickers, and I have this beautiful tarot planner, and I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing with that this year. And we will go from there. Okay, so the first deck I want to share with you is a winter deck. Okay, now we just came out of my winter readings, my December readings, for those of you that watch me all the time. And this was a deck I've been wanting to add to my collection. I've been looking for a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Christmas edition, and I found this and I have been in love with this. So it is the Rider, it is the Winter Waite, okay, and it's the glitter edition. And I'll just put the back information here so you can take a look at that at Tarot Collectibles. You can look them up. And I believe I have a Halloween deck from them on order for next year, believe it or not. It's coming out or launching in like January, but I'm grabbing it because their decks are beautiful. Okay, so I really, really loved this deck this year. And let's take a look at the Winter Waite deck. Okay, so I just have them in a big pile here because I'm going to go through them one at a time. All right, and I'm not going to go through every card. I'm just going to give you a sense of the deck, the design. Okay, it is just a plaid on the back. It's like a blue and a pink. It does not have any edging, so it wasn't anything special there. It is a standard size deck, maybe a hair bigger. It feels a little heavier, a little bit thicker. I can feel it, you know, I know shuffling, so it feels a little thicker. But it has this beautiful, heavy cardstock. It has a shimmer to it. Let me see if I can pick that up on the camera. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm trying to get the shimmer, but I'm getting the light. But believe me when I say it has a shimmer. And then it has the theme of Christmas. And they're really pretty. And you guys have been seeing me using them. And I just love to pull out decks for the season. I love to have different seasonal decks in my collection. And this is a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just designed with the Christmas seasonal theme. So I really, really enjoyed this deck. I loved like the little snow and the snow on the 8 of Wands. I mean, that just was so, it's just so, it's charming. So this will become a staple in my Christmas collection. I will be using this for years to come. I mean, this will never go out of style. I will have it forever. So I'm really, really excited about that. Okay. The next deck is the is actually a deck creator, and she has a tarot channel, and I'm not sure the name of the tarot channel, but her name is Ethony, and she does have a tarot channel. She's an expert tarot professional. She knows a lot about tarot. She teaches tarot, and she came out with this. This is a Kickstarter deck this year that I got onto the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is a deck creator who's designing a deck. They want to get basically people who pay for the deck in advance or sponsor the deck in advance, so they know that they have enough people who are going to buy the deck so that they can produce the deck. So this deck was a beautiful, pleasant surprise. The whole process of her going through the stages, she made us very aware of what was going on the whole time, where they were at in the process, the design, the printing, when they were going to ship. I mean, it was just such a lot of work for her, but it was such a great, she did such a great job. So this is the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot. And the box is beautiful. It's got a magnetic edging, magnetic flap, okay, hardcover box. It does come with a very nice guidebook, and it has this, it has like notes, and it's colored, and it's just a really fun, like hand-drawn guidebook pointing to different images. Just a really great book. So, I mean, just book and boxing. All right, let's take a look at the cards. So I loved this deck because I don't know, it just felt good when I was shuffling. It has very bold images. It has this kind of purple, almost like if you look close, it's got like, it goes from dark purple, and there's some light purple, and then it has this very pretty gold embossed backing. It does have a shiny gold edging, and I don't remember, to tell you the truth, if I upgraded. A lot of times I will pay more for the deck to upgrade the edging, so I may have upgraded it, but I don't remember if that's standard or if I upgraded it. But it's beautiful. It has a beautiful weight to it when it shuffles, which I love. I mean, that's just kind of part of the experience for me. I'm an overhand shuffler. I like the sound. I like the weight of it. So I don't do a ruffle shuffle because for me, one, I'm not very good at it, to tell you the truth. And two, it bends the decks, and I feel like it ruins the decks. And I spend a lot of money on my decks, and I just don't want to have them bent and, you know, just kind of warped and things like that. So this is it has a beautiful border. The colors are very intense. And for those of you that watch me all the time, you may recognize this. It has this kind of pretty, I don't know, scroll down here that identifies the cards so you can see the cards. Here's the tower, very dramatic, very beautiful, beautifully designed. A lot of consideration going into different details about the cards. And I just think it was a very well designed all the way around. The deck, the box, the book, she did such an amazing job. I mean, I can't even imagine the effort, the time, but it's just a tremendous effort and a beautiful deck. And I have been going to this deck over and over again. I think it's bold. I think it's very readable. It just kind of jumps at me. So I'm really, really enjoying this deck. So that was the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot. I'm going to go into, I'm just grabbing the timestamp so I can do that later. This deck was a really pleasant surprise. It's called the Unfolding Path Tarot by Athene Noctua. And I'll give you the back. And it was Life is a Magical Journey, it says on the back. It is a Hayhouse deck, so you can get it from Hayhouse. And it does have a little guidebook. I should go back to, I don't know, the Christmas deck didn't have a guidebook, I don't think, or if it does, it's very small. So this has a little black and white guidebook, but I like to read. It has a nice artwork in the inside of the box, so a hardcover box. I do like to read my guidebooks. I love to read my guidebooks. I know it's kind of, obsessive of me, but I always learn new things. There's always keywords, or it's a reminder of something that stands out at me in a different card. So this deck, I don't know why I liked it, but I go to it all the time. It does have a nice cardstock. It's pretty sturdy. It has rounded corners, which is a little bit different. It's kind of nice. It doesn't have anything going on in the edging, and that's okay. It is a standard size deck. If anything, it's a little thick in my hand, so that's okay. Here is the backing. Very, very pretty, kind of this floral, very watercolory, and you'll see in the decks that the artwork is very pretty. But I like the white kind of border. It's not quite a border, but it's got a little bit of an edging, and it's very soft. I just like the movement in the deck. I definitely like the artwork. If this is like gouache or watercolors, or this artist is very, very talented, but I don't know why I was, who knows why you're drawn to any deck, over another. I mean, I have 400 decks. So, but I did like this. It has a lot of diversity in it. It has a lot of character, is how I felt. Like I really feel that I have feelings for these images, these illustrations. So it just has this, like, look at this page. Look at like her little eyeballs, and it has a lot of movement. It also has like a lot of sparkles, and I don't know. It has movement. See the sparkles with the in the air there. So I just feel like it has a lot of movement. It has a lot going on for it. Look at the ace with the two hands coming in, the beautiful flowers. So I just keep going to this, and I have a section in my studio here that I have decks that I use more often than others, so I don't have to keep taking them out of the box. And this deck is definitely in that section, so I can just go to that section and grab this deck. So I really do enjoy that. Let's see. I have the next deck is called The Journey of Oz, and it is the Journey to Oz and Wonderland, I should say. Okay. This deck is this is new to my collection. I mean, I definitely have added this maybe within the last 6 months, if that. And I really have fallen in love with this. And you probably are seeing it to death. I really have fallen in love with this deck. It has a beautiful, it's by Mystic Madness Tarot. Here is the back of the deck. Here is the website, mysticmadness.tarot.com. And it has beautiful, I love metallic boxes that just close, hard cover. It does have a ribbon to pull the deck out. You lay the deck inside. It's all kind of lined, very pretty. And it does come with a guidebook as well, a colored guidebook, 1 page each. It's the big colored for the majors. So that's nice, but let's look at the cards. This, I don't know. I mean, I fall in love with decks for whatever reasons, but I really like the color on this this particular deck. It's got this gorgeous kind of pastel-y energy to it. It's very soft, and I don't know, feels romantic to me, even though it's Alice in Wonderland or The Wizard of Oz, I should say. All right, so The Wizard of Oz, here's the back. The back is black and white. It is reversible. It has no edging, okay? Again, a little bit oversized, a little bit of heaviness to it. It does have a nice cardstock, and it has a little bit of a velveteen feel to it. So it's very soft. It's not quite velveteen, but it's a softer stock for sure. And it has this gorgeous, it has these little fleur-de-lis edging borders. Let me go up closer, see the borders. Okay, so it has like just little corner borders. The corners are just rounded just a hair. And they have this, I I don't know. They're just kind of soft and magical, of course, like the Wizard of Oz. I really have been using this deck. It's talking to me. It has lots of little images that are jumping out at me intuitively in the images that I'm picking up on. Here's my Emperor. This is one of my favorite cards. This is Glinda's wand with all the stars and just this incredible sense of wave your magic wand. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it's simple, but it's beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. And here is my Eight of Swords with that beautiful lion in the light. So here's my Three of Wands. So if you've been watching me for a while, you probably have been seeing this deck over and over again, and you will be. And you will be seeing this deck. I love this. I love this Ten of Swords with this rickety house and the two paths in the back. And it's gorgeous. It's so much fun. And I'm just loving the color, the feel of it. So, you know, it's nice when you order a deck because they're expensive. I mean, some of these are expensive. And it's an investment for me. And don't compare yourself to me. I am a professional psychic medium. This is my business full time. So I use it as an investment, but it's my hobby. It's my passion. It is my, I love the artwork. I love the creativity. So it's a big part of my life. But these decks are an investment, and you know, they're you want them to come in and you want to be in love with them. You do want to love them and you want to use them and you can't wait to use them. So like I said, these are the best of the best for the year for me. That really jumped out at me. Okay, so this one is got a couple of themes here. So we had Wizard of Oz. Now we have Alice in Wonderland. That's why I got a little confused a minute ago. Okay, so this is Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. All right, it's a Disney approved deck, and it is a Insight Editions deck. And again, I've been going to these. I mean, these are theme decks, but for me, they're fun and they're colorful, and I don't know, they just kind of change it up, you know, for me, because I do so many readings. So here's the little guidebook. And it has beautiful colored pages and of each of the cards and a full description. It tells you the description, the upright position, and the reverse position, which a lot of the guides will. And the artwork is beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. And let's see what those look like. All right, I'm just trying to, I got a big pile behind me and I don't want them to fall over because it'll be like pickup sticks with all these cards. All right, so they are kind of beefy. Again, that same kind of softer stock. It's a little bit softer, and it has this is the navy blue and yellow. They are reversible. And then it doesn't have an edging. I mean, I could edge them, but I don't edge my cards. I'm afraid to ruin them, to tell you the truth, even though some people can do that. But so it doesn't have edging, which is fine. And these are some of the images. So it does have a pip. The minors are pippy, but they're cute. I mean, a 10 of hedgehog, pentacles. Here's the King of Teacups. You know, they're cute. Here's the Queen of Teacups. That is my cups card. And here's my Queen of Hedgehogs. Cute, gorgeous. All right, let's see. Here's my spears. So they're a little bit. Here's my my Lover's card. So Tweedledum and Tweedledee, or whoever these guys are my Lover's cards. But I like the border. I like the inset border as well. So they're very graphic. I mean, they're just very pretty. And here's my Empress, the Queen of Hearts. You know, just, I mean, look at her. She's so cool. She's powerful. She's got that smirk on her face. So they're just great. And I do find myself using them often. I enjoy them. They do have a little bit of a flexible bend to them when I'm shuffling. So they're a little bit softer, but they shuffle fine. And I like them just because they're fun. I mean, who doesn't like, Alice in Wonderland? Okay, now this deck, I either got it at the end of last year or the beginning, very, very beginning of this year. And I was using it to death at one point. I was like, oh boy, I really need to pick out some other decks, but I was having so much fun with it. It's called Tinseltown. Let me grab my timestamp. And it's called Tinseltown Tarot, a peek into the future through the golden age of Hollywood. And I had so much fun with this deck. I have so much fun with this deck. This is, forget the crystal ball, try the silver screen. Okay. And it has such a great personality, I want to say. So it does have this little flip box thing. And I don't think that it has, I don't have a guidebook. If I had a guidebook, it would be in here. I keep everything together all the time. So if it had a guidebook, something would be in there. So this is the backing. I like it because of the pink. I like to coordinate my cards. I like to layer my cards for those of you that watch me. Oracle cards, tarot cards. I might coordinate themes. I may coordinate times a year, colors for sure. A lot of the times, cards that look good together. This Oracle deck matches this tarot deck, or they have the same feel or the same vibe. So the pink is nice. I always love pink decks. So here's this, it's just a diamond, almost a harlequin pattern. And it has no edging. Again, it's not edged, but it does have a little border. Again, it has this golden border with this little fleur-de-lis thing, which I think always frames it. So here's the Three of Cups. Beautiful colors. They're all pastel. They're beautiful. I have a Six of Wands. Look at her with her mirror and her lipstick in the background. Three of Wands. And they're just gorgeous. They're illustrations. Beautiful artwork. Knight of Cups. There he is standing, waiting. I have a Six of Cups. Very playful. I just enjoy it. It's, sometimes it's just about the feel of the deck. And of course, I know what, a Three of Swords is. And it doesn't have to be a Rider-Waite-Smith deck for me every time. It's kind of based on it, but I know what a Page of Cups looks like. I know what a Three of Pentacles looks like. I know what a Sun is. So but you pick up on some of the other images, and sometimes intuitively different things jump out at me. And that is why I use tarot decks. I mean, can I read somebody without tarot? Absolutely. But I use tarot as my tool. This is my tool. Things jump out at me intuitively. And I go off on, like, wow, that's jumping out at me. Look at this in the background. Why am I going towards that? It's the way I communicate with my spirit guide. So it's beautiful. But look at how fun this is. Two of Wands, the lipstick. I really was using this to death. At one point I was like, okay, you've got to pick some other cards. You got to stop using this deck all the time. You have a lot of other cards to use, but it was, I don't know, it's like your favorite toy, I just kept going to it. And that's what this video is all about. These were my best decks for me for 2024. All right, so let me grab that timestamp. So the next one is also this kind of fairy tale energy. And this is a great deck too. This is the fairy tale tarot deck, literally the fairy tale. And I'm going to put the website up here, Lemurian design. Okay. And here's the back of the deck. Just a great deck. So it does have a hardcover box. It does come with a little guidebook with it's colored, but it has little images, which is fine. And one page for each. That's okay. It's just enough. But I like to see, because each deck creator, they get partner with somebody maybe and write the guidebook, but they have their own impression. They may add something like their own personal spice to the meaning of a card, or a new way to describe the card, some kind of keyword that jumps out at me. So I do like to review all of those. And I think it gives you an understanding of the deck and more of a kind of general where the deck creator was going with the meanings of the deck. So this is the Fairy Tale Tarot. So it has this, I don't know, it's black with this kind of pretty pattern, very colorful pattern, and it's just all the colors that are within the deck. So it's pretty that way. And again, it does not have edging. A lot of the decks, some of the decks, I should say, not all, you sometimes have a choice to upgrade. You can, if I would have had a choice to upgrade, I probably would have. But if that's their standard, that's their standard. But it's fine. It's fine. But more and more deck creators are doing an edging. So look at the Ten of Swords. Very, very colorful. Here's the Emperor. Very, very artistic, almost cartoonish, illustrations, but that's okay. I have a Strength card. It's got dragons. It's fun. It's got kings and princesses, and it's just great stuff. Here's my King of Swords. It's like floating in midair. I have, look at the Knight of Wands. He's on like a merry-go-round horse. He's on a merry-go-round horse. So they're just playful. They're fun. I think I'm definitely drawn to the artwork for sure, but I'm also drawn to the black background and the color, like it's just kind of a block color, blocking, and it's very sharp. I think it's very sharp. I like how they outlined the name of the card in the bottom, that you're not guessing. I sometimes stumble with cards where they make up, instead of it being a pentacle, it's an acorn, or it's a, they change the names of the suits. And I'm like, okay, in this deck, it's what? And I have to think and look and go, oh yeah, okay, that would make sense. That's a sword or a wand, or, there's my cups. But it makes you have to think. I don't want to I want to just be channeling. I don't want to have to stop my channeling and try to say oh, I'm sorry, this was a swords, not a wand, because of the image. But in this case, it does identify the name of the cards, which is fine. It's very simple, and they are based on a Rider-Waite system. So if you are studying Rider-Waite tarot, then these are very easy to read. Okay, you can see that they're kind of traditional in that sense. Okay, so that is really nice. And last but not least, as far as the deck goes, let me get my timestamp, is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Now, this is great. It's by Yspell, and Yspell did the Light Seers Tarot years ago, which is a very popular deck. And this, it is right here on my desk, which on my desk is decks and cards that I use, like my workhorse cards. So I put this right here. It's right next to my soul deck that I use for my private readings. I'm like, this is the go-to. This is a very intuitive card deck for me. It's a easy read to read. It's just flows. It's got great images. It shuffles beautifully. And the same with the Light Seers. I mean, they're just such great deck creators. So here is the Wild Reflections box. And here is the back. So you can go to yspell.com. But I do believe I bought this on Amazon. I think I did. I don't remember going to Yspell, but what is this? This is thank you for your purchase. Okay. And here's the little guidebook. So it has one page with a little image of each card. Okay. And I definitely have been using this deck. I mean, this is a new deck in my collection. I don't think I've had this for 2 months. I mean, it's really new, and I've already been using it like constantly. Okay, so why? So here's the back. It's like this forest. It's green, and it's got a reflection. It's like a mirror image of the trees and these little stars, which does have a little bit, I think they're just printed. They're not actually metallic. They're just printed on there. It does have a little bit of a reflection. The edges are gold, which is very pretty, and I'm pretty sure that came standard. And these are great. These are so beautiful. And so here's the star. Here's the Knight of Cups. Diverse images, beautiful artwork. Coloring is gorgeous. And again, very easy to read based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system, but, you know, new interpretation, or just kind of grabbing, you know, part of the tradition and kind of adding to it. Here's a Two of Pentacles. She's juggling these two giant sunflowers while riding a bike on the beach. I mean, I am going to use this to death. Here's the Four of Wands. It's friendly. I don't know anybody who wouldn't like this deck. It's got like a little bit of everything for everyone. And it's not like a certain design style or a certain vibe. I mean, it's just a friendly, easy going deck. So this would be, I don't know, if I was a beginner, I don't know if I'd start with this unless you already feel confident about, like, I wouldn't want you to start with the Light Seers deck either. But if you feel confident with your Rider-Waite images and you feel like you can expand to something that has just kind of more, you know, something going on that you can read intuitively as well, add intuitively, then this would be a great deck to go to. Here's my Judgment. It's just beautiful. It's a lot of fun. It's an easy read. The colors are great. Look at my Hermit. She's like meditating. I love also this feeling of, like, again, you know, just this movement in the cards. I mean, sometimes that's all I need. It's just like I can feel the energy coming right down through, you know, that Hermit. And it's not, you know, you never know what's going to jump out at you. And I don't know, every day is different for me. It really is. It's just a sense of, you know, why am I going to that deck? My mood, my energy that day, the images, the weather outside, you know, why do I go to a certain deck? Because how I pick my decks for my readings is I really just kind of pick them as I go. I have an idea of what I'm going to read today, and to record for my channel. And it really comes down to, like, what's my mood too? And what type of reading is it? So it's sometimes that helps me to pick decks as well. But I do try to alter. I'm constantly looking at, like, my wall of decks and saying, okay, which decks haven't I used for a while? Because I feel like I abandoned them. They're like babies. And I'm like, these poor decks, they're like the misfit toy, you know, that's not being played with. So I go through my decks and I kind of give everybody a turn, you know. All right, so let's take a look at what I was talking about with this, with the tarot stickers, and let's give you an idea. Okay, so for those of you that would love to start to learn tarot, okay, my first advice to you is get yourself a Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. Okay, there's tons on Amazon. That is your traditional looking deck. Now, this is the Radiant Wise deck, I believe it is. And this I use as my soul deck. But just to give you an idea, this is, you guys know these images. This is what a Rider-Waite traditional deck looks like, right? Okay. So you guys all know this is the Seven of Swords. So you want to learn on this system, okay, before you get involved with the fairy tale deck, or certainly like Alice in Wonderland, where it just had, you know, 9 hedgehogs, circles, and you're like, what the hell is this supposed to be, right? So you don't want to start on one of those decks. So this is a kind of a tool that I want to show you how to, a combination of teach yourself and learn from others. Okay. I do have a tarot course, a 3-hour course on my website. If you want to go to my website, and it's a course I had taught on Zoom a few years ago. It's not that expensive. It's like $29 or something, but it's a 3-hour course, 2 videos, and it goes through the whole system of tarot. And I email you that link, and you can watch it and you can learn the meanings of the cards one at a time. So you can do that. You can buy the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. You can get a beginner tarot reading book. And I was going to bring one off the shelves, but there's tons, just some kind of beginner tarot reading book. But sometimes the decks itself, like classic tarot, you know, something like that, has a beautiful tarot guidebook as your beginner tarot reading book. So that might be all you need. Okay, so I haven't done this for a while, but I'm trying to motivate myself to, one of my goals for 2025 is I want to build my channel to the point where it's self-sufficient and it's my main business. I've been a professional psychic medium all over the world for 15 years. I do one-on-one readings. I have back-to-back readings most days. And then before or after my private readings, I am like trying to get in all the recordings. And then at night, when I'm sitting in front of the TV, I'm spending another 2 or 3 hours editing, uploading, creating thumbnails, and launching. So it's a tremendous amount of work to do both. I feel like I've got 2 jobs. And I love my YouTube channel. So my goal this year, possibly, is I want to get my YouTube channel to the point where that's all I do. And I can just be a full-time content creator for you. So that is one of my goals. So I thought to achieve my goals, because I'm usually really good at achieving my goals, I'm going to use this tool to help me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this big tarot planner to kind of plan out my week. Okay, plan out my week, plan out my month. So I know exactly what kind of readings I'm recording on what days and when I'm launching them. So I do feel like I'm pretty consistent now, but I'd like to be even more consistent, and I'd like to increase either the types of readings I'm doing, alternate readings, or have a pattern of expectation, something like that. So that is what I'm working on now. Like, what readings are best? What do people really want? I know my channel has really appreciated seeing me on this split screen, which was a big move for me, instead of just always seeing my hands, that you feel like you know me, you feel like you're seeing me. So I appreciate the feedback, because that was a big move for me, because I have to do my hair and my makeup every day. No, I'm just kidding. But I know that you guys really like that. So I'm going to use this planner to, for me, on a daily basis, work on my channel, my personal goals, and like basically what I need to get done. All right. So this is going to be my workhorse every day, or every night. I'll fill it out, or however I use it. But I'm hoping that this gives me a place to put all my thoughts in, and being like my YouTube tarot book, if that makes sense. Okay. Because right now it's a lot of little pieces of paper like this, you know, and it's like, okay, I need to be a little bit more organized with this goal this year if I'm going to achieve this one. So, so I just got this. I just got this yesterday. So I haven't even had a chance to really take a look. But I'm familiar with tarot journals and how they work. Okay. So the concept behind the tarot journals and the stickers, and I'm going to show you, is that you're going to go to today's date. Okay, so what's today? Today's the 28th. I don't know if it starts on the 28th or what. Let's see. It starts on December 30th, it looks like. Okay, so it gives you the week, but you guys understand. You can write the date. So on each week, it has, okay, so here's Thursday. It has 1, 2, 3. See the spots? 1, 2, 3. So you have, you can write, it says topic. Okay. So it could be love, health, finances. You could ask yourself a question. Okay. And then it has card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3, which coincide with the 3 squares. Pretty easy, right? And then it has additional note area. Okay. So if I were to fill this out today, I would take my soul deck and I would pull card number 1, shuffle, 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 right? I would do sun. Woo, a new beginning. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I have an Ace of Swords, and new ideas coming to me. Here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle with abundance. Okay. So I'm going to have a good day because ideas are going to come into me. I'm going to, maybe set up my guidebook and I'm going to get going. So then I'm going to go to my stickers. Now I haven't even opened these. So let me just make sure that they are, okay. Oh, these are other stickers. These are fun. Okay. All right. So we're going to do these second. All right, let me go to the classic stickers. So this is the, I got these off of Amazon. I mean, if they're $10, I mean, $9, $8. Classic tarot stickers, you have 51 sheets, over 1,272 stickers. So you have plenty of stickers, okay? You can use more, you can do whatever you want. They're really fun. All right, let's see. Open the box, Kathy, you can do this. All right, so wait until you see this. Some of you have seen these before, but for those of you that haven't ever seen these, and for those of you that are just interested in tarot, it doesn't mean you necessarily want to be a tarot reader, but you want to do it for yourself, and it's something to do every day, and it's fun. Okay, so here is, this is nice. These are little cheat sheets. Look at this. Okay, so this is a cheat sheet. Look at, here's my sun down here. Happiness, triumph, festivity, optimism, a Leo sign, okay, fire sign, solar plexus, and a yes or no question. So we've got cheat sheets. I didn't know we were going to have cheat sheets for every single card. I mean, you don't even need a beginner guidebook. I mean, you could just use these. And so you would go through each card, you look up, use the cheat sheet for now, and you'd write down sun, and you'd write down some of the keywords, okay? And then you write down your notes, like, how did I feel when I pulled these 3 cards together, okay? For me today, in my personal goals, I'm starting something new. That ace is handing me the idea. It's going to grow to abundance, and it's definitely something I'm moving towards with that sun. I'm going to focus. I'm going to start something new. This whole planner is going to be new to me. So that makes sense to me today with something that I'm working on. So you work that way. Then you go to your stickers, and it is a, look at this. It has cheat sheets for every single one of these, every single card. I mean, I don't think I spent $11 on these. I mean, this is a deal. This is nice. Okay, so here's the stickers. And where's my sun? Okay, here's my sun. Let me just, so you have pages and pages and pages of stickers. So you just find your stickers. So I'm going to put number 1. I'm going to put the sun in number 1's box. Okay. And the Ace of Swords. I'd have to find the Ace of Swords. Let me see. Okay, there's pages and pages. All right, here's my cups. All right, so you guys get the idea, but let me show you the other pages. So here's the major cards. And you can see there's tons of them, right? And then they go into the suits. So here's my cups. Here's my cups, all my cups on one page. So you find the card that coincides with the card that you picked. I mean, it's pretty easy. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure this out, but it's a tool. And what's really nice about it is you can go back. You know, imagine you've been doing this every week for months, right? And you can go back and look at your notes and say, you know what? That worked. That helped me. I am doing that better now. There's something about writing something down, and it just makes you do it. I don't know why. It's the to-do list, right? You write it down, you write down your goals, you write down your manifestations, and somehow you get it done. All right. So, but it's a good tool to, one, practice, and two, it's a little journaling exercise. Okay. And because not everybody wants to take a journal and say, oh, my feelings today are, right? But this is a good way for you to put down some thoughts, feelings, goals. How do I get from point A to point B? This might help you if you haven't thought about anything like this. And then these stickers, I added these because these were fun. These are a little bit different. These are another kind of sticker, but these are like bigger stickers, like themes. And they are the cards, but they're bigger. So if something really jumped out at you for the week, you know, or you could do a weekly, you could do something weekly, you know, like you could put a big sticker up here. What's my card of the week? Something like that. So here's the moon. So they're shaped differently. They're just kind of bigger, and they are, there's the Hanged Man. Here is my Hierophant. Here's my Five of Wands. Here's my Fool. So you could do a card of the week, a weekly affirmation, and you could put your big, you know, you could put the big Fool up here, and just a reminder that I'm starting something new. I'm going on an adventure. I'm ready to take a leap of faith, right? So it's just another thing. You know, I'm a visual learner. I don't know about you guys, but I wish somebody had told me I was a visual learner, like all through grade school. I didn't realize I was a visual learner until I went to art school in college. I mean, I am truly a visual learner, hands-on learner. If you say it to me, I understand it better, but seeing and doing is how I learn. 333 on the clock too. I've got a angel number coming in. Page of Swords. So, you know, so here's a little devil, look with the wings. Here's my Tower. So these are kind of fun. I mean, you know, here's my Lover's card. You know, what's my card of the week? My Lover's card. Okay, that's nice. So nobody's going to see this. It's private. It's for you. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is that I get asked a lot about, how do I learn tarot? Or it seems so overwhelming to people, and it is. It's a lot to learn. But this was a combination of something that you can use that would be fun, helpful. You can do it for yourself. You can use it to learn. You can create. For me, I'm going to use it to get to my goal. Try to get to my goal. If I don't reach my goal, I'm going to be okay. But I know I gave it my best effort, and I know that I worked it. I worked it really, really hard. And if it's not this year, I know it will be next year, or when God wants it for me. So, but I'm going to use this as a way for me to kind of keep track so that I keep going. Because if I just say, oh, someday, I'd love to be a full-time content creator, because I have done a lot of personal readings for many, many years now. And I don't want to say I'm retiring, but I'm getting older, and I'm, you know, I want to spend more time at the pool. So it's something that I'd like to do for me personally. Okay. So this is something that I want to work on. I thought that I would share it with you guys today. I thought that you would like it. Let me know if you do. Let me know how you do on your tarot journey. And I hope that you enjoyed this. But I want to thank you all. And I know that you like to see this kind of glimpse of my life or a glimpse of, I don't know, maybe something else other than a reading. Like, what else is going on in my world or in the tarot world collectively, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'd love for you to join us, the little bell, all that stuff. Comment below. Let me know if this is something that you think you'd like to do. It's a great idea. You're excited about it. I will put as much information as I can down in the description for you, and I will timestamp each of the decks so that if there was a deck that stood out and you want to go back to it. But in the meantime, I hope you all take this journey with me. It's a fascinating journey. It's a great thing to learn. It's a great thing to have in your life. And even if you just use it for yourself, it's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys all again real soon.